Hello everybody and welcome to another viewer suggestion. So about a week or two ago I got a comment that suggested me to try out this warp build here. So I'm gonna start the video here by showing the gear on this character, and then we're gonna refer it to the old frenzy barb, which I'm also gonna show right after. So I figured these items were interesting enough to warrant a video because they use some pretty non-meta items. So war travels are usually used only like a bow Amazon because of the physical damage and the run speed. Like there's some other stats on them that are okay, but you can see here when I take them on and off, they do add a lot of damage, raw damage, compared to using gore riders. Still, it's hard to tell whether or not war travels would be worth it, but we are also gonna use Pride Merc. So Pride is gonna boost our physical war damage even more, which is gonna help a little bit on war travelers, so that's always something to consider. And then Grief. Instead of dual wield Grief, what are we gonna use? A lawbringer. Whoa, yeah, a lawbringer. It's really rare I ever use this sword or even consider it, but it does make sense on a Pride Merc because we now get our own Decrypify on strike, as well as also like the Sanctuary Aura does help a little bit in killing undeads or whatever. It could be pretty good for Chaos runs. Overall, it doesn't really have much other stats that are really worth it. I'm not particularly a fan of it, like it has some elemental damage on it, could be fun enough, but yeah, overall we are gonna use this one to proc the Decrypify and also get the Sanctuary Aura. And then Treasury. This was used to kinda get attack speed and fade. Now, with Frenzy it is a little bit complicated with like increased attack speed, breakpoints and whatnot, but with the gear I have on right now, I'm gonna be fully capped on in attack speed, so that's not gonna be an issue. Also, we are using an Ariat instead of Guliam's face with a charm rune in it. You could have used Ravenfrost wings, but I didn't think that it was better. And yeah, then a High Lord's Wrath, and on Switch we're still using Herd of Oak for pre-buff and teleport if we were gonna use Enigma. But yeah, the Merc uses a Pride setup with an Ethereal and Dariel's Sage, Treasury, and then Pride itself. Now, Pride is not very strong weapon. You're probably gonna see the Merc struggling a lot more to stay alive, just because Pride has really low damage on its own. But it does help a lot on our damage, so it might make up for it. Also, Treasury can at least proc and hope for it to stay alive, so yeah, I hope I will be pleasantly surprised by Pride. But as I did recently discover in some recent mercenary videos guides that I did, Pride is kind of the weakest weapon choice of like everything that you can pretty much use in Diablo 2. And then just an Dariel's Visage AE with an increased attack speed dual in it, so I was able to hit the next breakpoint with Pride Cryptic Axe. And for the inventory, I'm just using a standard melee setup for both of the Barbarians. I'm also just gonna use a little cold and poison small charm, just added this one now. But yeah, this is really always a good idea to have a small charm like this one, also because it kinda hinders or stops Ravenfrost from even being a need on your character, as long as you have a charm rune in your helm as well. I always recommend you trying to get a small charm like this one with cold and poison damage on it. It really is a great thing. And now back on the meta Barbarian, the build that I'm definitely gonna think is the better one. But yeah, we will see in a little bit, because I'm just gonna do like one or two Chaos runs and kinda get a feel for them. I'm not gonna think there's gonna be a huge difference, but I would like to at least believe that I'm gonna feel a difference on this one being the better one, but who knows. Anyways, this is Laying of Hands, the same sort of ring, String of Ears, Gore Riders, Dual Wield Grief, Enigma just for teleport. You could also use Fortitude, or in the other case a Treasury even, Guliam's Face for the charm rune, High Lord's Wrath, same inventory. And then of course the Merc has a standard Reaper's Toll setup, so you get that really nice damage. You see already just here in town, 3.2k max damage. It's like really nice, a Reaper's Toll Merc, compared to Pride, which only has, what was it, 220 max damage or something as Ethereal with perfect rolls. Yeah, it really is unfortunate that Pride lacks the damage for max damage and whatnot. So I think the idea now is just to run a players 1 and a players 8 on each of the builds. So 3000 life, 300 mana if that matters. I do have maybe like, I don't know if I have a little too low attack rating, I think the suggestion is the viewer said that I should maybe aim for like 12k attack rating, put a little more into strength, whatnot. Like if you were using Ravenfrost, you would get to like 12,000, maybe 13,000 attack rating. So that is something to consider if you think the attack rating is a little low. Also, again, you can go with less health, like you can roll down to 2,500 health after battle orders and whatnot, and then get more into strength. Again, that will matter even more in this build now with War Travelers and Pride. So that is definitely something to consider as well, just to really maximize Pride's potential. So standard rules apply. Every time I do this sort of Chaos Run test, I tend to clear every mob. Don't want to skip anything. I think that's just kind of wrong. I mean, in a normal Chaos Run, you're also going to clear everything for experience or whatever. So yeah, we will try to clear everything. And I have a little, XSplit timer there over there, a live split timer, so you can just kind of follow along as I edit the video or whatever. So yeah, players 1, and this is the lawbringer setup. And so we are off. Let's see the first little bit of damage up here. Oh, that was surprisingly fast. It's good attack speed I have on this guy as well. No issue there at all. It's fun with a knockback as well from the Sanctuary Aura, but yeah, we'll see if I actually find it useful. Not really sure for now. And as always, if you want to be able to control the run speed on a Frenzy Barb, you just kind of have to hold down the right mouse button. That is definitely the best tip that I can give you, else it's just kind of hectic to play this build. Because it kind of auto-locks on targets if you just hold down Frenzy. Oh wow, this map is so empty. What the hell? Okay, let's move on. Sometimes you just get a really empty map. Surprisingly empty even. But yeah, okay, let's see the first pack. Just one-shotted the the boss. What the hell, that was quickly done. And yeah, a stock mob here, but let's move on. Can't really do much about glitches or whatever you want to call that. So this is where teleport would be nice, kind of just getting to the next target or whatever. Okay, this is really an empty map. You know, you just sometimes get that. This was one of the most empty maps I've probably ever seen, but yeah, we will see. I mean, it feels completely like normal, very smooth and everything. Can't really say any changes compared to running the normal Frenzy Barb, but we will again see. Now the hard pack down here. Well, it's not hard on players 1, but it can be deadly on players 8. The knockback effect is actually very useful here. It kind of gives you some safety. I'm gonna look out on that on players 8 definitely. Clearing some things down here as well. Just trying to get everything. Last pack, let's see about it. And Infector Soul is like 3-shotted, very nice. So far so slow, 3 minutes, okay. But yeah, we did try to clear everything, be a little bit thorough. Oh, did Fate only proc now? I think Fate is first up now, because I didn't really take much hits when I'm killing so fast. And down. So 3 minutes 25, not bad, not bad. And so back on the standard barb with teleport, it's gonna be nice, at least trying to get up there a little bit faster. If you're doing multiple runs just in a row, teleport is really useful in that regard. But yeah, standard 1 here, and we will see if I can beat 3 minutes 25 on players 1. Oh, and just before we go, I should mention that I always try to get the Might Aura proc on the Mercenary before I start. It's just kind of like RNG. I don't want to have that affecting the run, because the Might Aura is going to make quite a bit of difference to my own damage, obviously, but also the Merc. I think the Pride Merc was at like, I want to say 3.5k damage or something, and this one is at 5.6k. So yeah, it definitely makes a difference to get that Might Aura going before we start the run, just to roll it out. So what I'm gonna look for is just kind of feeling, are there any differences? Like, can I feel it when I'm playing as I'm just going right now? That I'm definitely being a bit focused on, because I think I don't think that's gonna be much of a difference. I'm gonna guess 3 minutes something as well now, but we'll see. So far I don't really think I see much of a difference. Like the knockback aura from Sanctuary can give a little bit of safety on players 1, but I suppose also when it is players 1 and whatnot, it's maybe just a little too easy to kind of tell a difference, because we do so much like overkill damage regardless of the build. But yeah, we will see. Killed a few champion packs there, didn't really notice much. I think some of them weren't clean one-shotted, but else it's kind of the standard thing. But you can see now the density here is way different. There's so much more mobs up here now, so the other map was very loggy spawned. But yeah, we will see. First pack coming now. And that was very clean. Yeah, so far I'm not really feeling a difference. I noticed I was cleanly one-shotting the elite on the first pack, but it felt like the same on this build. But I should be doing maybe more undead damage or whatever on the other build, but yeah, I'm not sure so far. I think I'm gonna have to wait for Players 8 to maybe see a difference. Good, the seal worked, no bug there, it might happen. I think I'm a little bit behind, but yeah, we'll see. And Lotte says is also just getting destroyed, even without that knockback, which was pretty fun to see, but yeah. And now the last pack, trying to really hurry up here. Yeah, killed Infector of Souls a little early there, that was not the... Yeah, that was not the right move, but okay, whatever. I should have yeah, killed the entire pack, so that was a little bit of a cheat perhaps. Oh, missing a bit there. Did miss a little bit at the start. Come on. Okay, that was a little bit slower kill on Diablo, but I think I was missing. But yeah, 3 minutes too. So it was actually quite a bit faster, even though I had a lot more density down here. Like I killed 2 champion packs. Yeah, there was a champion pack here and a champion pack there, and a lot more density up here. But regardless, I still beat the time of like 20 seconds. Quite surprising, but yeah, I did also a bit of a cheat at the last pack at Lord Infector, just because I ended up targeting him by mistake at the start, so it kind of evens out. But yeah, we will see now for Players 8. And so it's time for Players 8. I hope I'm gonna feel a little more of a difference here. It was not very conclusive on Players 1 for sure. Oh, can I just say how much I miss Enigma? The Merc is just so stupid. With teleported, it's just... Oh, please follow me. Come on. And so we are off. Let's see about the density. I might have a better map on this guy now. So yeah, the Sanctuary Aura is definitely going to give me some safety now. And I hope I can kind of notice that I'm feeling more safe at least now. Not that I'm really struggling for survival on the other build as well, but like Lord says, should at least feel more safe. But yeah, you can instantly tell now that Players 8 is just, like, it's not a lot slower, but it is slower. You're not one-shotting mobs anymore. So yeah, it's a different world, but it's still not like, you can't say it's like super slow yet, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just completely locking down the mobs. Like, if you're in low gear, barb or whatever, Sanctuary Aura is definitely gonna give you some safety in chaos runs. It's pretty fun to see that caster mobs, everything is just kind of controlled by the aura. It's a good budget weapon straight out. I'm definitely gonna say that right now. Whether it's good for damage, we will see. I don't think I can tell that just yet, but yeah, 1.5 minutes passed now. Okay, so far not a lot of density on the map, seems fine. So 3 minutes have passed and I'm only doing the first seal. Let's see about the elite. Yeah, he's getting like free shotted as well, so that's fine. But yeah, 3 minutes passed. It's definitely a lot slower than Players 1. So I'm just gonna skip mobs that are bugged. That's not fair. I'm just gonna continue on. Oh, it's so annoying with the Merc lags behind. The aura is just like delayed or whatever, yes. So come on, seal. And of course it's a little bit bugged. It's so annoying clicking those seals. They are always so, yeah, they can be a bit so this is what it says. This is dangerous. I can definitely wipe on this guy. Done it before. We will see if I have enough leads now, and also getting a bit of safety from Sanctuary. Okay, that was a bit hairy at the start, but yeah, I think the aura helped me a little bit. A lot of says down as well really fast. Nice. So yeah, good so far. And you can really also just see the aura now controlling all the mobs. Like, you don't have a chance to even connect with hits pretty much. It's fun to see if you're on a budget and you didn't have that much damage or leech. So, last pack. Or seal. Oh, the Merc dropped. Ah, that's stupid. Okay, that's because of the battle honors running out, of course. Let's see if I can solo this alone. Just showing off survival then. Have to use a bit of potions now. But yeah, I forgot battle orders ran out. That's my fault. So I think for the next one I'm also just not gonna buff battle orders just because I forgot it on this run. But yeah, the run took so long that the buffs ran out. That was unfortunate. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to kinda see that is something if I should consider doing that, not on player save as well, on the other one. So, Infected Souls, Stone Skin, it's gonna take a little bit of a time now. Trying to be fast for this. But yeah, without pride, it's really just, yeah, there you go. Gonna quickly try and buy the Merc back. And let's go. Merc is up. Show some boss damage. Not going super fast, but still okay. And it's down 7 minutes 42. That was not particularly fast, and the Merc also dropped again. So yeah, the damage taken is a lot harder as well on player 8. But yeah, we will see about the next one now. I'm hoping it's going to be better, but we will see. And so we're off. So the rules are gonna be that I'm not gonna buff Cold Arms again, Battle Orders, whatever. I think it's fair since I forgot it on the other build. But yeah, we will see now. I have to beat 7 minutes 42. So far I think I'm doing more damage, but we will tell on the last, the first pack. I think I did the first pack in 3 minutes or something like that. A lot of density on this map for sure, but it's about the same. Killing a champion pack here goes fast as well, not really an issue, I guess. Yeah, it's clean. Oh, dropping a bit of health here. Didn't really connect with hits that much. Perhaps I could use a little more tag rating on this build. So, first seal. I think I'm ahead by like 10-20 seconds or something. Getting a bit mana burn there. Yeah, so far I'm ahead by a little bit. I also think I had maybe a little higher density on that. Oh, no, I took a shrine. Oh, that was stupid. That was a misclick. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, shouldn't matter too much for my survival or whatever. Oh, this was a dangerous pull. Got surrounded a little bit. The Sanctuary Orb would have been nice there to just give me some safety. Yeah, there's a lot of density on this map compared to the other map. At least I think so. It feels a bit more. But yeah, I imagine the density RNG or whatever you want to call it on Players 8 is also a little more like prevalent. Like Players 8 should also spawn more mobs, I suppose. So yeah, can be a bit random how much you might get on Players 8. Oh, I nearly dropped there. See, this is what I mean with fucking Lord Disease. Oh, I hate this pack. Oh, this is never gonna be fun on a frenzy bar doing that one on Players 8. It's just so stressful. It was definitely easier with the other build. Really awful. But yeah, Lord Disease is also not really going down here. He's moving around a little much. Okay, down there. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly move on. Did use a few potions though. So, last pack. Now battle loss is also dropped, so let's see if the Merc can survive. I mean, it is a Reaper's Toll Merc, and Fate is up on him, so we should be good. Yep, this is going so much smoother. The Merc is staying up, no problem, it's not gonna die. That's just the difference between a Pride Merc and a Reaper's Toll Merc. Well, the pack also did land on him, like, yeah. So there was a bit of a unfortunate RNG, like he was tanking most of the mobs when it spawned also, but still it stays up. So just Diablo now. Let's see the boss damage. And the Merc is not even connecting. Come on, get to me. Oh, just gonna run out there just to be safe. Yep, wow, a whole minute faster, with more density. I'm gonna say that it was actually very close to me dying right here. Also had another dicey moment just down here. I was actually getting like surrounded a little bit on both sides and I wasn't really connecting with hits. Again, I think I might need to tweak my attack rating a little bit. 10,000 attack rating is maybe a little too little, so perhaps I could go with like an rune or something in the helm, so I'd be a little more resistance capped and whatnot on this build. But yeah, overall a minute, that's a lot actually. That is surprising amount. Wow, a minute. So it is it is clearly better. I was hoping it would maybe be a bit closer. You know what? I think I'm gonna do a second run now here on Players 8 on this guy here. See if there was anything that should perhaps have been changed or whatever. And also think I'm gonna tweak my build a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna do another run here on Players 8 just to kind of confirm that it wasn't just a loggy run or whatever. Same rule still applies. I'm not gonna buff call to arms and whatnot again, just to kind of have that as a fair thing. So I'm getting extremely frustrated. As I said, I wanted to mimic the run, but now it's the 4th or 5th try. Anyway, cue the fail clips or whatever. But I just keep dying a lot these days. It's just pathetic. But this shows that this sanctuary setup might actually give you a lot of safety on Players 8. That first run I did, it was kind of just overall smooth. It was not like loggy anything, but the other runs has just been a nightmare because I keep dying on high density maps or Lord Disease. It's really stupid. But now I have to be serious about it. I have to make this run now, else it's just getting too stupid. But yeah, I'm not gonna show the results. The video is getting too long for that, so I'm just gonna speed run to the end now and hope that I can still mimic the results of the first Players 8 run on the standard bar, beating it by a minute or whatever I did on the last run. So finally at the end, let's see. Actually managed to do Lord Disease without wiping now. but I did had to get a little bit careful. My Merc died, and I kind of went and bought that, and also went with battle orders. But yeah, 6 minutes 38, so almost a minute as well. So this was a learning experience. I definitely have to tweak this particular setup if I'm gonna do it on player side. Like I need perhaps, I don't know, more resistance. It's not really that important, but I definitely need more life or more attack rating. So overall, it was quite the learning experience. I do want to say thank you to Christopher, I think that was his name, that suggested it. Obviously you're gonna lose a lot of damage. The max damage is fun to kind of experiment with, like Pride, putting more points into strength and whatnot. Also just, you know, trying out something different. But the main part of Sanctuary, which I surprised me, was actually just the aura. It actually gives you a lot of safety, because you kind of just lock down mobs. And safety is really the key for players 8 Chaos Run on the Frenzy Barb, only running with 3000 life. Now, like, I could remove a lot of the strength here and then maybe get like 5000 life, but I even think 2000 life more would not maybe make that much of a difference. Perhaps it would. I'm not really sure. Perhaps it would, but it's just kind of like the burst damage is so dangerous on Lord Disease, and like if you're getting swarmed by high density maps, elemental damage is not an issue, but yeah, those Doom Knights really can hurt. But yeah, definitely the attack rating also needs to be better. So 10,000 is just a little too low to make a Frenzy Barb work. So you probably do want to maybe use like a Raven Frost ring instead of perhaps this ring here. So you could replace this one with a Raven Frost, and then just kind of juggle around some other resistance and whatnot to cap it out. But yeah, this was a fun thing to try, because I also never really bothered to really look into Pride Merc and whatnot. And I always just figured that like stacking Crushing Blow and like damage stats would be better than perhaps using Pride with something else for a weapon or whatever. But yeah, wow. This took me like 4 or 5 tries just to mimic that first run, because of the dangerous pulls. But yeah, Sanctuary Aura is actually very nice. If you're just gonna run straight only players 8 Sanctuary runs, Chaos ones even, that sword might actually have a really sweet spot in your stash or whatever. So that is something to consider. It really is a big help on certain pulls in Chaos runs. But yeah, I'm not gonna make the video that much longer than that. Hope you enjoyed this one and found it useful. As again, if you have any like comments, if you want to suggest other ideas that you take a look at, always feel free to do that in the videos or the comments below and so forth. So yeah, thank you so much for watching everyone, and have a good one.